Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bertrand Launay. I'm the CEO of Microsoft India. As you can tell from my accent, I'm French. I've been in India for 4 months. I'm living in Gurgaon, not very far from here. And I want to thank CII for extending this opportunity to Microsoft to present our view on how technology can help the media industry to disrupt, change, and connect. To set the context, let's first see how the media is evolving. So we are Microsoft, so we are using PowerPoint, I'm sorry, but it's going to help you probably get a better understanding of what I'm going to discuss about. So gone are the days of sitting around the television set and waiting for your favorite program to air. In fact, according to a McKinsey survey, traditional live TV consumption is declining right now, and even sleeping. Consumer wants a multi-screen, digital-first experience on demand with their own content. And you could see that the world is evolving very quickly. We are not talking about years, we are talking about quarters. The battle for the audience attention is critical, and at the risk of being unpopular, content is no longer the king, because audience is having an abundance of content choice. And we don't have time to basically, and attention to process it. And Microsoft, we did a survey showing that 86% of the people have one eye on another screen when watching TV, surfing, internet, or gaming. That's something which is pretty striking, and probably at that time, I'm not saying that 86% of you are checking your smartphone while watching the screen, but that might happen. So we find that the average human attention span declined from 2010 to 2013 from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. And between those two dates, it means that we are switching. We are switching from one screen to another if we are not satisfied with the information we are getting. And with news reduced to 140 characters, you can see that people are kind of reducing the time they want to spend on a news. So it's a big revolution that we see. So basically, we are going through a major disruption, major digital transformation. And what is the definition of digital transformation? What is the digital transformation means? It's disrupting the industry, it's shaping growth, it's providing catalyst for new business model, new product, new services. And the question you should ask yourself is your business being changed by this digital transformation? Is your core business model being changed by this digital transformation? So we believe that the core business model are being changed. Our own business model, Microsoft, is fundamentally changing as well. So we see a lot of disruption in many IT industry, but in your media industry, we see a lot of innovation blurring the physical and the digital divide, basically. We define the digital transformation around 4 pillars. Basically, how to engage your audience, which is kind of your customers, how to empower your employee, which is the workforce, how to optimize your operations, and how to transform your product. How to really engage your audience. You have to know and to better understand who your customers are. Through analytics, you can understand what they need, the content they want. And based on that, you can optimize and you can invent a new revenue stream. For your workforce, you need new tools so that they can get access from anywhere, anytime, or any mobile, any information, and they can also work together. That's a way to optimize your workforce. Operational efficiency is about how to make more money, how to find a new way of generating revenue, to manage investment in content and delivery, to automate your operations, to increase the time to release your content. Product transformation, it's all about creating new products to generate a new revenue stream, but also is to use your current content inventory and to repurpose it to generate new revenue, like catch-up TV or event. So new revenue streams are coming. So what does it mean when it comes to some case study? Because at the end of the day, you want to hear from us some concrete case study. So I'm going to talk about a few case studies in the next few minutes. The first one is Fuji TV, which is a TV broadcaster in Japan, and they were having some challenge to acquire the next millennium consumer. So they decided to facilitate the sign-up for live streaming to ensure that those millennium guys can sign up very quickly and to watch some event, which could be the German Bundesliga, the soccer event, or the Formula One racing. But the challenge was sometimes it was early in the morning or late at night, so they decided to create a missed it video on demand so that people can watch what they want at their rhythm. So for Fuji TV, it was powered by Azure. What they did, they implemented very quickly at a minimum cost, and it was for them, as a traditional TV broadcaster, a way to acquire the next millennium, the new millennium user that they wanted to acquire. Rio Olympics, and we were one of the sponsors, it's kind of the peak of the live streaming. You could see the statistic here, NBC Sport app or sbcolympic.com, 3.3 billion minutes of HD streaming across 100 million users, or 2.7 billion minutes of live streaming, showing that we can monetize even in the basic live streaming event, and there was no downtime for us because it was the risk for 19 days. But the Olympic Games in Rio, it was twice in terms of live streaming, all combined events in the past. So we see an acceleration of the live streaming right now. So, but let's go beyond this and how we can connect, reimagine the audience way above the traditional live streaming. And it's about analytics and insight. Let's take the example of this TV in Hong Kong. It was a traditional TV broadcaster, and they wanted to acquire new customers or to retain their traditional customer with an outstanding mobile apps with live contest, price, live voting, so that people can still watch this TV. And they were transmitting to and they are still transmitting to 2.3 million users. Another example is this Norway company who wanted to address the tech-savvy consumer. They developed a Windows app and with rich user content, and then they wanted to reach out to this millennium and tech-savvy to show them the content they wanted to receive, because they gather some specific content specific to this audience. Mediacom, which is very well known in the UK and the US, they create a composite score helping them to assess the campaign, the quality of the campaign and the campaign issues, and to analyze in hours, not in weeks, not in days, but the issue that they were having on this campaign, and to put the corrective action immediately to save millions of dollars. But if we go beyond, we have also the cognitive services. Whether it's on the video, you can extract video frame, and with some technology, and you can recognize the people. For example, we can recognize Satya Nadella among 200,000 celebrities with tagging. So new technology are emerging, enabling you to capitalize on your existing content and generating a new revenue stream. I want to finish with an illustration of what we have been doing with Real de Madrid. I'm personally a fan of Real de Madrid, so I'm happy that we had this deal. But basically what we wanted to achieve is, what the Real de Madrid wanted to achieve is to connect with their fan. And the Real de Madrid is having 450 million fans. So they wanted to better understand who their fan is through mobile apps. We know precisely who they are because, of course, they are having their profile clearly identified on the profile apps. We know the ticket purchase. We know the match they're going to attend. We know the beverage that they are drinking, like Coca-Cola. We know the kind of clothes that they are buying, like Adidas. And we know everything about each, the 450 million fans of Real Madrid. Real Madrid wanted to connect with them. But more importantly, they connect also their apps to the social media network, like Facebook or Twitter, so that they wanted to know the overall sentiment of the fan, and also what the 150 million fans were saying about the Real de Madrid. For example, if Ronaldo, there are some rumors that he's going to leave Real de Madrid, they immediately know, and they can probably say, no, it's not true. So they can really understand the sentiment prevailing among the Real de Madrid. So I wanted to share with you this video summarizing kind of how to connect your audience to you. Let's roll the video, please.
Technology. But it is not the device that is mobile. It is you.
Real Madrid have about 450 million fans around the world. Before we used the Microsoft Cloud, the problem was that we were communicating with people, but in just one way.
This relationship is not a one-way relationship anymore, and we have to learn from them, because in the end, the cloud belongs to people.
Through Microsoft Cloud, we will be able to get intelligent information about their likes, about their preferences, about their choices, and we'll be able to address services and offers and communications to these fans.
We are talking about serving millions and millions of people outside the stadium.
When there is a game, when there is a training, when there is a goal, our duty is to bring that information as fast as possible to the people. We're trying to give them all feeling of being at the stadium. The Microsoft Cloud gives us the scalability to communicate exactly the content that people want to see. Microsoft Cloud allows us to establish a relationship that is more personal, is more direct with the fans.
Now the opportunities that we have in front of us in the infinite.
Great video. It shows you how the Real de Madrid has transformed the fan engagement. And they found out that, by the way, their largest fan club was in Indonesia. So they decided to have a specific marketing action in Indonesia. So the goal that I'm having here is to show you we can help you connect better with your customers through analytics, through a better understanding of who they are and how you can deliver the content they want. So our dream now is to do it not only with the Real de Madrid, with the IPL. So thank you once again for your engagement with us, and hopefully we're going to team up together in the future. Thank you.